to Spotlight on Bensenville. My name is Evan Summers, Village Manager for the Village. Today, we'll be discussing a brand new restaurant concept, Green Street Grille, located at 120 West Green. With us, we have Jim McWethy, Mike Monroe, and Jim Cokeless. If you guys want to start off, tell me a little bit about yourselves.
I'll start, since I'm next to you. Jim McWethy. I have been in the restaurant business, in a sense, for about 14 years. Own Mistwood Golf Club in Romeoville, Illinois, as well as a sports bar and grill called McHugh's in Bolingbrook. And really, the restaurant was sort of something that I don't want to say fell into, but sort of did, because it fits in perfectly with the golf operation, to the point where the restaurant side is a little bit bigger than the golf side of those businesses right now. It's been a blast. It's been fun, something I didn't expect or anticipate, but it turned out to be fun, and it fits in perfectly with everything I'm doing at Mistwood and everything I've done all my life, which is providing outstanding service to customers.
Awesome. Mr. Monroe, what about you?
Yeah, Mike, Evan.
Very well, Mike.
But I grew up in Bensenville. I went to St. Alexis and Fenton High School and College of DuPage and then Illinois State, and I saw that the Village was looking to open up a restaurant on Green Street, and I just played golf over at Jim's place, and his food was great, and I knew Jim, and I said to myself, we should maybe do it. Let's see if Jim would be interested in opening up a restaurant over in Bensenville. I called him up, and he said, I don't think so, but maybe. So he came out, took a look at it, and next thing you know, we approached you, and here we are.
Here we are. What about you, Jim?
Evan, yeah, I've been in the restaurant business my entire life. I was born into it with a Greek family, right? All breakfast,
Absolutely.
lunch, dinner restaurants. So I did leave to go to college to try and get out of the restaurant business, but it pulled me back in. So here I am. I worked for some large corporations, worked for the Jim's Hotel Group and Levy Restaurants in the past. Found my way to Mistwood. We did this project, and I've been with the company since then.
Great. Mike, you kind of touched on it, but how did you guys choose Bensenville? What was that process like?
Well, I opened up the White Pines Golf Dome a long time ago, about 25 years ago, and sold it a couple of years later. And ABC Bank was my business bank, and they told me that there was this opening in Bensenville. I thought it might be interesting. So that's kind of how I got started, and Jim's got a little bit more to add to that.
Well, it was unbelievable, really. I mean, yes, Mike is exactly right. My initial reaction was not overwhelmingly positive, because we had just finished a massive project at Mistwood, and it was big. We renovated the golf course, we built a clubhouse, opened a restaurant, blah, 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 on and on and on. My first response was, no, I don't know about this. We came over, looked at the building, and it didn't look so good, but we knew that there was a possibility there. But I think the thing that really turned me was, on the positive side, was seeing that this was a community that's on the move. I'm very impressed by everybody I've met at Bensenville, everybody in the government, everybody in the business world, and every citizen that I've come across. All of a sudden, this is a perfect home for us. Absolutely.
Great. One of the things that's been impressive to me is working with your management team so far. Tell me a little bit about the team that you've put together.
It's an unbelievable team. Dan Bradley is our GM. Dan is a very highly educated guy, a very, very smart guy. He started at the bag drop back when he was a teenager, so it's in his blood, really. And several other people at Mistwood have been there for a long, long time. I think we have an absolutely incredible team, and there's a philosophy there or a culture there that seems to be unmatched anywhere that I've seen. And that's the same philosophy and culture that we're bringing here to Bensenville.
Great.
And then, along those same lines, we've got two other owners, Kevin Kurz, who's from Franklin Park, and Kevin is a great guy. He knows a lot of people, works at the Dome. So with his relationship with the Dome, we're able to get a lot of the customers from there. And then we also have Eric Fox. And Eric, years ago, started up Goose Island Brewery with a couple of people. So he's got some great restaurant experience, a love for the business, and he actually has a local business here in town called Ermco.
Yes.
So he's familiar with the town, and he's familiar with the restaurant business as well.
Awesome. I love those local connections. Why do you think Green Street Grill will be such a great addition to Bensenville?
Well, I think from my standpoint, I think there's definitely a strong market for a good restaurant. There's a large industrial base. I think there's about 40,000 people that work in town, and I think a lot of those people would be looking for a good place to have lunch. And then we've also got a kind of a large group of people in town who I think would really like a place to go after work and hang out and get to socialize with a lot of their friends and family and people in town.
So that kind of dovetails into my next question. Who's your target customer at Green Street Grill? Is it a specific customer? Is it a broad range of customers? What are you looking for?
I think it's pretty diverse. As I mentioned, I think there's a big business group that would like to come here. Mm-hmm. It's one of the things that's really exciting about Bensenville. It's got some new hotels that are opening up, some existing hotels. We think we can get business from them. And obviously, you got some of the best hockey rinks anywhere.
Yes, we do.
And with those hockey rink customers coming from all over, really the Midwest, maybe the country.
The world even. We've got international teams coming.
We're hoping to dovetail some of those customers as well.
Wonderful. How can residents find out more details about the business?
They can absolutely go to the website. We have a website up, www.greenstreetgrill.com. They can also log on to Facebook, check out our Facebook page, same address, Green Street Grill.
Okay. Great. We're going to take a quick break right now, and we'll meet you back here after a short commercial break.
The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is conveniently located in the Redmond Recreational Complex in Bensenville. The Water's Edge is home of Fenton High School and Wahoo swim teams, featuring an indoor 8-lane lap pool and diving well. The Aquatic Center is available for private functions and parties. Learn to swim, stay in shape, or enjoy recreational swimming year-round at the Water's Edge Aquatic Center.
The Bensenville Community Library, serving a community of readers. Whether you're old or young, a lover of words, music, or computers, the library has something for you. Check out our new Kindles, toddler jams, story and movie nights, or a variety of other activities offered. For more information, call us at 630-766-4642 or check out our schedule on the web at benlib.org. The Bensenville Community Library, celebrating 50 years of library service. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening in our community. On your phone, PDA, PC, laptop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website offers easy integration, so you'll stay connected at home, in the office, or on the road. To follow us on Facebook, Simply go to the Bensenville homepage and click on the Facebook icon in the lower left-hand corner. This will take you to the Bensenville Facebook fan page. Once there, click the like button to add us to your newsfeed and receive regular updates from around town. To follow us on Twitter, simply go to the Bensenville homepage and click on the Twitter icon in the lower left-hand corner. This will take you to the Bensenville Twitter page. Once there, click the follow button to add us to your Twitter feed and receive regular community updates. To receive email and cell phone notifications, click on the Notify Me button. This will take you to the Notify Me dashboard. Once there, simply add your email address and/or cell phone number at the top of the page, and then select which service you would like to receive updates from. The most common update section is in the Newsflash Bensenville News. Click on the envelope icon for email alerts and on the phone icon for phone alerts. You can choose one, the other, or both. To watch our public access cable show or board meetings, simply click on the Bensenville Web TV button on the lower left sidebar menu of the homepage. This will take you to our streaming center, where you can play current and past Bensenville cable TV shows and board meetings. To pay your Bensenville utility bill online, just click the Online Payments button and then follow the instructions provided on our secure payment site. If you have any problem, concern, or question to tell the village, then click on the Bensenville Action Hotline button. This will take you to the Action Line dashboard, where you can explain your issue and receive a response within 48 hours once you have clicked the Submit button at the bottom of the page. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening in our community. On your phone, PDA, PC, laptop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website offers easy integration, so you'll stay connected wherever you are.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Bensenville. We're here with Green Street Grille's management team, Mike Monroe, Jim McWethy, and Jim Cokeless. Getting back to the questions, what kind of experience can guests expect when they visit your restaurant?
A great experience. From the minute they walk in the door to the time they walk out, great food, fantastic food, exceptional food, but also an atmosphere and a service level that is pretty much unmatchable.
Well, I'm interested about this food. Tell me more about the menu.
That will go to our expert here.
The menu's going to be diverse. We will tackle locally sourced, farm-fresh items. We'll have locally sourced beef from Iowa, so it's Iowa premium beef, which is a high certified Black Angus beef for all our steaks, all our burgers, anything with meat in it. We're going to have a diverse array of sandwiches, which will be all handcrafted. So down to Reubens and patty melts, all the way to something we call Three Little Pigs,
Well,
which
what's
will be a
that?
phenomenal sandwich. Exactly what it sounds. It's a sandwich with ham, bacon, pork tenderloin, some cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion on a bun. So very heart healthy. But
Yeah, I'm excited to try that. If you had to guess, what would be the most popular items on the menu?
I think we're going to target some steak sandwiches. We're going to do a couple of variations of steak sandwich from a couple of areas of the U.S. Our take on them, obviously, but I think, it's a man steak, right? Everybody loves a good steak sandwich, and I think the community, being industrial, they want to sink their teeth into something meaty.
I think you already, I'm going to guess you touched on it, but what's the most exciting item on the menu? Is it going to be that Three Little Pigs, or?
I can't tell you that just yet.
Oh.
We're working on some things, and we will definitely launch some cool items. But yeah, just overall what I've talked about, I think that sandwich section is going to be very impressive. Our entrees are going to be very impressive. We do a really good fish and chips that we also bring to Green Street Grill.
Is it going to be a rotating menu?
We'll change it seasonally.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably change it 2 to 3 times a year. So depending on what we can get in season, what's fresh, what new trends are out there, we'll adjust accordingly. It won't be a stagnant menu, right? So you might come in and then come in again, and we might switch it up completely.
I know one of my favorite things to talk about is beer.
Yeah.
So what types of beer are we going to have on this menu?
Well, we're going to do a vast array. So we bought a 12 draft system. We're going to write in about 30 to 40 options of bottled beer and canned beer. Lots of it will be craft, but we'll also have our Miller Lights, the Coors Lights, the Blue Moons, the Stellas, things that the domestics that people are used to. But definitely want to start drifting away from that and getting into more personalized craft stuff.
Okay.
Some local, some not local.
Is it, are you going to have a wine menu and cocktails? Or?
We'll have a small wine list. Yeah, we won't go crazy with it. Some wines by the glass, a couple bottle selections. We also will have a craft cocktail list. Again, not too crazy. We wanna test the waters before we get into it, but we definitely will open with a cool beverage beer.
So you've talked a lot about the unique menu that you're going to have, the extensive beer list. What about live entertainment? How's that going to factor into the dining experience?
It's definitely on the radar for sure. We know we do, the bands in the park and whatnot. So to piggyback off of that, we have a great patio that we definitely have some space for. So to be determined, but I think the way our marketing plan is going, we definitely will probably get some bands out onto the patio in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that beer garden you guys have, I mean,
it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, for music in the parks and just all the time, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
So it'd be a great addition.
It looks like right now we're going to have about 40, 45 occupancy for the
Wow.
beer garden. So it's going to be pretty good size.
Yeah.
I'm sure the residents that live around there will be interested about this too. What are the hours of Green Street Grill?
We'll open for lunch at 11 a.m. We will, again, based on business in the evening, we don't want to set a close time, right? We'll never kick anybody out. So we'll fill it out and see what type of business we get in the evening. On the weekends, on Sundays, primarily, we'll open up an hour early at 10 a.m. to do a brunch menu. So we'll have an addition to our normal lunch and dinner menu through the week.
Okay. You mentioned your website before the break. Do you guys have a social media presence that residents can engage with you guys at?
Yeah, we're definitely on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Green Street Grill is the tagline. You can check out all our updates. We're posting pictures of construction throughout the process, some of the renderings of what it's going to look like. We teased a little bit of the food not too long ago, so some residents can take a look at the pictures of those items.
Okay.
Yeah, and grill with an E.
Grill with an E.
Grill with an E,
Yeah,
right?
grill with an
Right. I know we had a job fair here for you guys just a couple weeks ago. Are you guys hiring?
We are absolutely still hiring.
Okay.
We're looking for great people. We've met a lot of great people in the area that live locally, which is great because it's going to bring that neighborhood feel. So I'm super excited about that personally because, again, it's going to be authentic. It's going to be authentic to Bensenville. But, again, our doors are open, so we are still looking for great people to
If
add
somebody
to the
was
team.
interested in interviewing with you, how would they reach out to you? What's the best way?
Through the website, we have an application on there, or Facebook. Just send us a message.
Okay. When we started this, you gave me a very aggressive timetable that you wanted to open by, which I'll be honest, I thought was a little too aggressive, but you seem to be proving me wrong, which is a great thing. When's your expected open date?
Well, we're planning late April. We're a little bit behind where we thought we would be, but
Really?
not much.
Not much.
No, I mean, we expect to have it done in what, 2 weeks?
We do. Training would start the first week of April. We're targeting April 3rd to start training. It'll be a 2-week training process. The third week of April, we'll go into our Friends and Family Nights, mock service nights. And then based on some conversations, we may be on target to open that Wednesday, which would be the 19th.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
better than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it
you're
was the
surprised
25th.
You also said maybe. Yeah.
Good, right.
Nothing is better than proving Evan wrong.
Yes, hey, I love the improved wrong.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
A couple of things. I think for people that are looking to go in there, it's a new look. It used to be the old Post House, which was a great restaurant, and we went there an awful lot. But what we've done a couple of things. The whole inside has been completely gutted. So if you walk into the place, it's going to look 100% different than if you'd walked into the old restaurants. We've taken out the stucco walls in front, and you've probably seen it, and we've put in some large glass windows. So if you're inside the restaurant, you're always able to look outside, which I think is adding a lot to the overall looks of the place. Plus, we're going to have sails on the patio. So instead of umbrellas, there'll be sails back there. So that's going to be exciting. That's kind of a new look for a lot of restaurants. What else, Jim?
Yeah, well,
Jim?
you mentioned the much more glass. It's a completely different feel
It is.
from the inside looking out, and especially looking onto the patio. Previously, there was a patio, but there was a pretty narrow little door. Now it's just wide open. It's a big expanse of glass. It just brings the feeling of outside, inside, and inside, outside. So it's going to be very, very nice.
Yeah, Dan took me through there a couple weeks ago, and seeing where it was to where it was at the time,
yeah.
it was breathtaking.
So
you guys should be really proud of that.
I've been out of town for about a week, and I was there yesterday, and it's unbelievable
I'm
what's
recognizing.
happened in a short time span.
And then, if you enjoy watching sports, we're going to have 5 or 6 big screen TVs in there, one outside, and then I think 4 or 5 inside. So it's not a sports bar, but it'll be a nice place to watch a Cub or a Sox game or a Blackhawk game. And we've got a real nice bar, and then there's some open seating. So if you just want a nice, quiet place to go with your family or friends, we have that as well.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
it
really
defi-
looking forward to it.
It definitely will be a comfortable setting. We want it to be neighborhoody. We don't want it to be a place where you're just celebrating a birthday or anniversary or some special occasion. We do want to invite the community to it. You know, I want to see the same faces a few times a week as opposed to, you know, once or twice a month. So that's a casual feel, casual setting that we're going for. So definitely a cool interior, right? Something new and hip, but very comfortable and very, very neighborhoody.
Awesome. I want to thank you guys for coming out and doing the spotlight with us. We're really excited to have you. It's been a great opportunity to work with you guys, and can't wait to enjoy my first burger there.
Well, come back soon, because you're going to be. If it's been a week or so since you've been there, you'll be blown away by what's happened just in that next little interval.
You
And
got
then
it.
Come back in a couple of weeks and keep our fingers crossed. It'll be essentially done.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on this episode of Spotlight on Bensenville. We've had a great time talking to 120 West Green's team at Green Street Grill, and look forward to our next episode. Thank you.